Hello all, welcome to my channel. In this video, we will discuss about how to create the Tic Tac Toe game in Android Kotlin. I will develop the application like this. Whenever user click on any button, it will display 0 and crows. And whenever user win the contest, for example, if 0 is win this, then it will give the message like this that the player 1 is winner, and then you can restart the game. And if the player 2 is win, then it will give the message like this. For example, let me put here so the player 2 can win. See here, I'm getting the message that player 2 is winner, and you can restart the game. And if nobody is win the contest, for example, let me put the value like this. For example, if nobody is winning the contest, then it will give me the message like this, that is tic tac toe draw, and you can restart the same. So let's do the same thing practically in Android Kotlin. So first of all, you can just click on create new project, then you can choose the empty activity, and then you can click on next. Here you can provide the name of your application. I'm giving the name of my application is Tic Tac Toe Game, and here you can choose the language. I'm choosing the language, that is Kotlin, and then you can click on finish. So once the Gradle build is done, you can simply hide this project explorer. You can click on activity main.xml. Here you can just click on split, and here you can simply remove this particular text view. Here you can just click on show system user interface. Now I want the text view, that is tic tac toe game. So I'm just moving drag and drop text view over here in the center, and you can click on infer constraint. Here in this text view, you can write the text, that is tic tac toe, and I want to set the text style, that is bold. Text size, that is for example 35 dp. Text color has 000. So see here, tic tac toe is available over here. Now I want another text view in which I will put the message, that is the turn of a player 1 or player 2. So I'm taking drag and drop this text view over here, and then you can click on infer constraint. I want to put all this property, that is text color, size and style, into this text view. But this text is, that is player 1 turn, and I want to change the size, that is 25 dp. So you can say that this is the player 1 turn, and programmatically we will change whenever the player 2 turn is enabled. Now I want to make the design of the tic tac toe board. So it is very simple. You can just take linear layout vertical from this palette. So you can simply move, drag and drop this linear layout vertical, and you can put over here in this layout. You can resize the same if it is required, and then you can click on infer constraint. Now in this linear layout vertical, I want the another layout, that is linear layout horizontal. So you can simply move, drag and drop this linear layout horizontal into this linear layout vertical. So you will be able to see here that inside the linear layout orientation vertical, linear layout another is there with the orientation horizontal. Now I want to add the button over here. So you can simply write directly here, that is button with the width wrap content and with the height wrap content. So see here, one button is available over here in this layout, but I want to increase the size. So I'm just writing here text size, and that is for example 60 SP. So I want the button with this size, and that is a 60 SP. Now I want to copy this button 3 times. So 1, 2 and 3. So there are 3 buttons available over here, but I want to give the spacing between all this button. So you can use the property, that is layout margin, for example 10 dp, and you can put this particular property into all the buttons. See here, So there are three buttons are there, but it is not available in the center. So you can use the property that is gravity inside the linear layout, and that is the center. See here, this button are available over here, but you can change here. Height is, that is wrap content. See here, so there are three buttons available, but I want to copy these three buttons. So I'm just copying this linear layout horizontal, and I'm copying and pasting again. See here, another three button is there. Let me paste again. See here, 9 buttons are available. Now I want to give a ID to each and every button. So I'm starting from the first button and I'm giving the ID. So you can write here Android ID @ plus ID, and I'm giving the name of this button is B0. Now this button is button number 1. This number is button number 2. So I'm writing here 0, 1, 2. Now in the second row, button number 3. In the second row, another button is button number 4, and this button is button number 5. Then I want to give the ID into the third row, that is button number 6. This is the button number 7, and finally the last button, that is button number 8. So I'm starting the index from 0 to 8. Now I want to write the text over here. But whenever you write Android text, it will be visible to the user also. So I'm writing here the property that is tools text. So here we can write that is tools colon text is equal to and 0. See here, 0 is available over here, but it will not be visible to the user. If you are writing here Android text, then whenever you run this particular application, it will be visible to the user also. So this is the text which is visible during the design only. So you can simply copy this and you can paste inside this button. This is the text 1. This is the text 2. So let me paste here text 2. This is the text number 3. So let me paste here the text is 3. Let me paste here text is 4, and let me paste here the text is 5. Last three buttons, this is the text that is a 6, and this is the text that is 7, and finally the last button text is 8. Now you can run this particular application. Whenever you run this, you will be able to see that these are the text which is visible during the design, but it will not be visible during the execution of the application. See here, application is launched, but if you look carefully, then see here the digit is not available. Why? Because I use the property that is a tools text. Now whenever user click on any button, I want to put the 0 and I want to put the cross symbol. So what we can do? Very simple, we can move to our coding part. So I'm just moving to main activity.kotlin. Here I want to declare the variable, and that should be accessible within all the function. So I'm just declaring the variable that is b0 and of type that is button. But whenever you declare the variable, you need to initialize the value. So here you can just press Alt Enter and you can add the late init modifier. So what happened? We can initialize the same whenever we need this. So I'm just initializing over here, that is b0 is equal to find view by id r dot id dot b0. I want to do the same thing for each button. So you can move your cursor to that particular line and you can press Ctrl D. Whenever you press Ctrl D, your line will be copied. See here. So I'm just writing this is the button number 1, this is the button number 2, this is the button number 3, button number 4, button number 5, button number 6, button number 7, and button number 8. Now I want to do the same thing over here. So here you can press Ctrl D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And here you can write button 1, button 2, button 3, button 4, button 5, button 6, button 7, and button 8. And here you can write the ID, that is button 1, button 2, button 3, button 4, button 5, button 6, button 7, and button 8. Now whenever user click on any button, I want to put the first 0 and then X, then 0 and then X. So alternatively, I want to print the 0 and X. So what we can do? Very simple. Here we can write that B0 dot set on click listener, and inside the function we can just pass this. So whenever you pass this, you need to implement the interface that is on click listener. So you can just press Alt Enter over here and you can implement the interface view.onClickListener. See here, it is implementing the method that is on click. See here, so on click method is written over here, and on click listener is available over here as a interface. So comma separated we can write over here. Now this is the function that is on click function. So whenever button is clicked, this on click function will be called. I want to do the same thing for each button. So you can press Ctrl D 9 times. So I want to call for each button this particular view. So I'm writing here 0, 1, 2. This is the button number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So for each button, this particular function that is on click function will be called whenever user click on button. Now I want to write something whenever the button is clicked. So what we can do? Simple. Which button is clicked that you can get using this V. So here we can write variable btn clicked. So which button is clicked? I want to find that particular thing. So you can write the function that is find view by ID. I want to cast the same into button, and here you can pass v dot id. So for the null safety, we need to write here that is non-null asserted call. So what happened? Whatever the button is clicked, that ID will be available over here in this view.id, and that will be available to this button. So which button is clicked, that we can know using this button clicked. Now I just want to set the text. So I'm calling here the function button clicked dot set text, and I want to set the text that is static right now, and that is a 0. Now you can simply run this particular application and you will be able to see the effect into emulator. See here, application is launched. Now whenever you click anywhere, you will get the 0. You can click on any button and you will get the 0. So this is the way you can just write the code. So whenever the button is clicked, you will get the value. But I want the 0 first time, and then I want the cross symbol. So what we can do? Very simple. Here we can declare the variable, and the variable is what? That is variable player 1 is equal to 0. Variable player 2 is equal to 1. And variable active player is equal to player 1. So first, player 1 will be active, and whenever user click on any button, then active player will be player number 2. So we can change it alternatively. So what we can do here, very simple, we can write here condition. If active player is equal to player 1, if the player 1 is active, then I want to set the text that is a 0. And I want to set that now active player is equal to player number 2. And if the player 2 is active, then I want to set the text, and that is a cross symbol, and I want to set that active player is equal to player number 1. Now you can simply run this particular application and you will be able to see the effect into emulator. And you can see the changes over here. Whenever you click on any button over here, it will display 0. Now whenever you click on any button, other button, it will display X. Now whenever you click on other button, it will display 0. But there is a one problem over here, and the problem is what? Whenever you click again, it will change the value. See here, it will change the value. See here, it will change the value. It means that whenever you click on any button, it will again allow you to change the value. So what I want to do, I want to make the lock. It means that I don't want to change the value once it is selected. So what we can do, simple, we can take here one variable and the variable is, that is variable filled position, and that is the of type, that is integer array. Now we can just press Alt or Enter and we can add late init modifier. Now I want to fill the value inside this array, so I'm just writing here filled position is equal to int array of, and here we can enter the value. I'm writing here the value, that is -1 -1 -1, that is 3 times. Let me copy this and paste. It is a 6 and 1 and 3 more, it means it is a 9. So my this filled position array containing the 9 value and all are -1. Now what I want to do, whenever user click on any button, I want to set that particular value into this filled position array. So what we can do, simple, we can move to our activity main.xml first. Here we can just click on the button and we can add the tag. So I'm just adding the Android tag is equal to, here the tag is a 0. Now here in the button number 1, tag is 1. Here in the button number 2, tag is 2. Here in button number 3, tag is 3. Here in button number 4, tag is 4. Here in button number 5, tag is 5. Here in button number 6, tag is 6. Here in button number 7, tag is 7. And here in button number 8, tag is 8. Now I want to get this tag value, and based on the index I want to set the value in the filled position array. So it is very simple. What we can do here, we can move to our onClick function, and here we can declare the variable, and that is variable clicked tag is equal to, here we can write button clicked dot tag dot toString. Now this click tag value, that is the integer value, and based on the index I want to set the value, so I need to convert this string into integer. So I'm just converting this, that is integer dot parseInt, and here you can pass this tag value in this function. So what happens, whenever you click on any button, the tag will be stored into this clicked tag variable. Now here we can just write, that is filled position of clicked tag is equal to active player. So what happened, if active player value is player 1, then at that particular location, that is at that particular position, active player value will be stored into this filled position array. Now here we can write the simple condition, if filled position of clicked tag not equal to -1, then simply return. It means that if user has clicked on that button, then I just want to simply return the thing. It means I don't want to do anything. See here, application is launched now. Now whenever you click on this button, see here 0 cross 0 cross. Now whenever you click on any button which has already filled the value, the changes will not be changed. See here, you cannot change the value, but here you can insert the value. It means what? If the value is not -1, then simply return. And if it is -1, it means that the value is not filled yet. If it is not filled yet, then fill the value. But if it is already filled, then don't fill the value. Now I want to change the color, and I want to change here the text, that it is a turn of the player 2 or it is a turn of the player 1. So what we can do, simply we need a text view. So let me declare the variable over here, and that is variable TV colon text view. Now you can just press Alt or Enter and you can add late initializer variable. Now I want to use the find view by ID to initialize this TV. So I'm writing here TV is equal to find view by ID r dot id dot text view number 2. Now here in this text view number 2, I want to set the text. So I'm writing here text view dot set text. If it is a turn of the player 1, then the active player will be player 2. So here I want to set the message that is the player 2 turn, and in the else case I want to set the message player 1 turn. Now we can run this particular application again and we can check into the emulator. So what happens? See, player 2 turn, player 1 turn, player 2 turn, player 1 turn, player 2 turn. Now whenever user click on any button, I want to change the background and the text color of this particular button also. So what we can do, simple, we can write here that is btn clicked dot set text color, and here we can write color dot black. Same we can write over here. Now I want to set the background color of the button. So here we can write btn clicked dot background tint list is equal to get color state list. Now here we can specify the color. So let me move to project. Here we can move to resource, and here inside the values we can move to colors.xml. Here we can define the color. For example, let me define the color, and the name of the color is, for example, yellow, and I'm writing here random color code that is red, for example F00. Now here we can select the yellow color, for example this. So this is the yellow color. Now let me add one more color over here, and the name of the color is, for example, green. So it has red, green and blue. So 0F0. So it's a green. Now I want to use this two colors. So I'm writing here R dot color dot, and you can select the color that is yellow. And here you can write the color, and that is, for example, R dot color dot, and that is green. Now you can run this particular application again and you will be able to see the effect into this emulator. Now whenever you click over here, see here, yellow and green, right? But whenever user is winning, so I want to write the code for the winning. So I want to check for the winning. So if this horizontal line or vertical line or diagonal line of the same value, either 0 or cross, right, if it is there, then I want to announce the winner. So how we can do this? Very simple. Here we can just write the function, and that is check for win. So definitely this function will not be there. So you can just press Alt Enter and you can create the function. Now here in this function, I want to write the code for the winning. So first of all, we need the winning position. So how we can get the winning position? It is very simple. We can just move to our activity main.xml. Winning position is this, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8. So I'm just declaring here the array, that is variable winning position is equal to array of. Here we can declare the integer array of the winning position is, that is 0, 1 and 2. Now we can simply copy this and we can paste here. Another position is, that is 3, 4 and 5. Another one, that is 6, 7 and 8. Now let me move to design. Now vertical line, that is 036, 147 and 258. So here we can just write, that is int array of 0, 3, 6, int array of 1, 4 and 7, int array of 2, 5 and 8. Now I need a diagonal, so that is 0, 4, 8 and 2, 4, 6. So here we can write, that is int array of 0, 4 and 8 and int array of, that is 2, 4 and 6. So now you can just count this. I need the 8 winning position. There are 8 winning position are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So there are 8 possibility of the winning. That is for the player 0 as well as for the player 1. So here we can write the simple one loop, that is for I in 0 until that is winning position dot size. So this loop will run 8 times. It means this is the nested array, that is the array within the array, right? So this will run 8 times because there are 8 array available inside this array of. Now I want to get each and every combination. So here we can get the value. So how we can get the value? Very simple. We can write here variable val0 is equal to winning position of I of 0. So what happened in the first row, first value that will be stored into val0, and every time the row will be changed. Now I want the another value, that is 1. So I'm getting here value 1 and here I'm getting the value that is 2. So what happened? 3 value will be retrieved, that is 0, 1, 2. Next time 3, 4, 5. In next 6, 7, 8 up to 2, 4, 6. So this loop will run 8 times, and for each 8 times I'm just extracting the value, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and all these things. Now I'm just checking if the field position of the value 0, value 1 and value 2 are equal, then we can say that someone is winner. So what we can write here? Simple. We can write the condition if field position of value 0 equal field position of value 1 and field position of value 1 equal field position of value 2. It means that if 3 positions are equal, then we can do what? We can check for, is it the field position is with the player 0 or player 1? So here we can write the condition if field position of value 0 equal player 1, then we can say that textView dot set text player 1 is winner. In the else case, we can say textView dot set text player 2 is winner. So what I did nothing. See here, I just extract the each and every pair. Then I just match that is all the value are same. If all the value are same and if it is matches with the player 1, then player 1 is winner. And if it is matches with the player 2, then player 2 is winner. But whenever you run this, you will get the message that the player 2 is winner. See, let me check and let me run this. So whenever you run this particular application will be launched into emulator, and now you can check. See here, I'm getting the message player 2 is winner. Why? Because by default what happened, it is taking the -1, -1, -1. So all the value will be same at the -1 and here player 2 will be winner. So here we need to check, and what we can check here, very simple. If field position of val0 is not equal to -1, then do this. So what happened? If value is not -1, then we will check, is it the player 1? Then the player 1 is winner. Is it the player 2? Then player 2 is winner. Now we can run this application again and you will be able to see the effect into this emulator. So what happens? See, now player 2 turn. Here you can select the value, and here whenever you click over here, the player 1 will be winner. See here, player 1 is winner. Now whenever you click here, player 2 is winner. So what we can do, once the player 1 is winner, player 2 will not be able to click on the button. So I want to deactivate the game whenever any player is winner. So what we can do, simple, here we can declare one variable, and the variable is, let me define the variable, that is game active is equal to true. Now we can make it this game active variable false whenever any player is winning. So here in a check for win, we can simply set what? Here we can set that is game active is equal to false. Now whenever user click on the button, we will just check. If not game active, then simply return. So what happened? If game is not active, then user will not be able to click on the button. So whenever you run this particular application, now you will be able to see here, see 0 cross 0 cross 0. Player 1 is winner. Now this player will not be able to click. See, whenever you click this, then also you will not get the value. It means that game is now deactivated. But I want to provide the facility of the restart game, as well as I want to display the alert dialog. And the alert dialog is what? That the player 1 is winner. So what we can do? Simple. Whenever the player 1 is winner, here we can put the comment. And here we can call the function. For example, I'm calling the function that is show message. And here I'm passing the message player 1 is winner. Now here we need to create the function. So you can just press Alt Enter and you can create the function show message. Now here inside the show message, we can write the alert dialog. So I'm writing here alert dialog dot builder, and here we can pass this dot show. Now here in alert dialog, we can set the message, and the message is that is player 1 is winner, and the message will be passed into this S, and I'm putting here set message that is player 1 is winner dot set title, and the title is Tic Tac Toe. Now I want to set the button, and the button is that is set positive button. Button is restart game. And whenever user click on button, what action you want to take, that you can write here. But right now I'm just writing null, so I will write the code later on. But first I want to check this particular thing. So you can simply run this particular application and you will be able to see the effect into the simulator. Now what happens? See, whenever the user, that is the player 1 is win, see here I'm getting the message player 1 is winner, restart the game. But whenever I click on restart game, the game is not restart yet. So for that we need to call the on click listener over here instead of null. So we can simply remove this null and you can press Control space and you can simply call the method that is on click listener dialog which. Now here inside this you can call the function that is restart game. So definitely I need to create this function that is restart game. So you can press Alt Enter and you can create the function that is restart game. Now I want to call the same function that is a show message whenever the winner 2 is declared. So here I want to call the function that is player 2 is winner. Now we can simply run this particular application again and you will be able to see the effect into this emulator. Now whenever you click over here, you will get the value. For example, now this player, that is the player 1 is winner. See here, player 1 is winner. But whenever you click on restart game, the effect will not be done yet. Why? Because I need to write the code inside this function that is restart game. So what we can write in a restart game? Simple. We need to first initialize the field position, that is field position is equal to int array of, and here we can write -1 -1 -1, that is 9 times. So I'm simply reinitializing the field position. Now active player is equal to, that is player 1, game active will be true. So I'm just writing here game active is equal to true, and I want to set the text. So I'm writing here text view dot set text player 1 done, as well as I want to set the text into the button. So I'm writing here b0.setText, and here you can set the blank text. Now you can press Ctrl D, that is 9 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And here you can change the name of the button, that is button 1, button 2, button 3, button 4, button 5, button 6, button 7, and button 8. Now you can run this particular application again, and you will be able to see the effect over here. See here, 0 cross 0 cross 0. Player 1 is winner. Now whenever you click on restart games, so if you see here, the effect is what? Color is changed over here. So I'm not getting the primary color over here. So what we can do? Simple. We can write here, that is b0 dot background tint list is equal to get color state list, and here we can write r dot color dot design default color primary. So we can select this particular color and we can press enter. I want to do the same thing for all the 9 buttons. So I am just writing here, this is for the button number 1, this is for the button number 2, button number 3, button number 4, button number 5, button number 6, button number 7, button number 8. So all this button color is changed now. Now we can simply run this particular application again, and you will be able to see the effect into this emulator. See here, application is launched now. Now whenever you click over here, 0. Whenever you click over here, that is cross, 0, cross, 0. See here, player 1 is winner. Now you can restart, see here. So now I'm getting the design default color primary again now. Now I want that the player to win. So let me select here. So here you will get the message that is player 2 is winner. But what if it is a draw? For example, suppose if user is selecting like this, then this is a draw match. So effect is not available over here. So I want the message that this is draw. So what we can do? So simple, we can write here that after checking winner, that is player 1 is winner or player 2 is winner. After this we can write return. This loop is over here. Now here we can write the code to check for draw. So now I want to check for draw. So if player 1 is winner, then it will be returned. If player 2 is winner, then also it will be returned. But if none of the player is winner, then we can write the loop over here. And that is what? For I in 0 until field position dot size. So what happened? This loop will run up to all the field position. If field position of I equal -1, it means that still some position are need to be filled. So if empty position is there, then I want to increment the counter. Definitely I need to declare the variable, that is counter is equal to 0. And if all the positions are filled, then counter will be 0. So here we can write the condition if counter equals 0. It means that all the positions are filled. All the positions are filled and no one is winner, because I'm writing this after the checking that is player 1 is winner, no. Is player 2 is winner, no. If player 1 is not winner, if player 2 is not winner, and still counter value is 0, it means all the positions are filled, then we can show the message that it's draw. And here we can simply return the cursor. Now we can run this particular application again, and you will get the output into the simulator. Now what happens? See, if 0 is there, x 0, x 0, x 0 is here, x and 0. See here I'm getting the message it's a draw. Yes, it's a draw. Restart the game. Now I want that player 1 win. So 0x, 0x and 0. See here, player 1 is winner. Now you can restart. Now I want that this X win, that is the player 2 wins, right? So here you can just click on X and here you will get the message player 2 is winner. Now you can restart the game. So this is the way you can develop the simple tic-tac-toe game using Android Kotlin. So that's it from my side. If you like this video, then please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.